In Escape the Backrooms, you take the role of a wanderer that gets lost in the backrooms and has to find a way to escape. You'll go through various levels, avoid all kinds of entities, solve puzzles, but most importantly, escape. This walkthrough was played on the normal difficulty and includes all endings. The game begins with our protagonist being asked to go and check a room out, but once he walks in, he can't find the same door again, and that's where you take control, in the level 0. You might notice a note on the wall. These notes work as hints. They either explain goals or entities to you. First off, you should start looking for the pieces of ladder. After spawning in, if you keep going right, you'll eventually find it. Watch out for the bacteria though. If you spend longer than 3 minutes in this level, it will spawn in. Once you'll collect all the pieces of the ladder, you can climb it and get a key. This key unlocks a door that leads to the exit, but if you'll die before finding it, like I did, you won't have to unlock it. It will consume the key and the door will be open. To find the door, you either have to keep heading right from the ladder or keep going straight after spawning in. Behind the door is a room full of pits, and you'll have to keep your balance to avoid falling in. If you fall down, follow the arrows on the walls and they'll eventually lead you to the exit. Watch out for the bacteria here as well. If you hear this knocking sound, it's somewhere near. Here's 2 rooms. One of them was empty and the other had a flashlight. I'm not certain whether it always spawns, but you can check it out. To find the exit from this level, go upstairs. If you manage to cross the pits, you'll be rewarded with 3 ropes, which are useful if you are playing in co-op. And then there's the same exit. Going through the vent will take you to level 1, the Habitable zone. The first floor has no entities, and the goal is to find the color-based 4-digit elevator code. From this point on, you have to take care of your sanity. Some levels drain sanity, some don't, and some even restore it. If it decreases, it does so every 5 seconds by a certain amount. In this level, the amount is 1%. You can loot these 2 office rooms for almond water and flashlights. Almond water is the first consumable that restores sanity, and it does so by 50%. If you'll go to these 2 office rooms, head straight this way to reach the red door. Here's a parking lot with 4 differently colored cars. This is the code for the elevator, but it's always random, so your code will most likely be different than mine. Once you get back to the elevator, punch in the 4 colors in any order and it will open. Press the 2nd floor button and head there. Here's where it gets a bit tricky. You have to find 4 keys to unlock the wall door that leads to the next level. The keys spawn randomly, so once again, my keys will be in different spots than yours. There's also going to be a local entity roaming around, the skin stealer. It spawns on the opposite side from the elevator. Make sure to always watch out for it, and if you are playing in co-op, check each other's key cards by pressing C. It can either take the form of a wanderer or be as is. The keys can spawn either on a table or in the wardrobes. There's also a bunch of flashlights and almond water, so if you're running low on sanity, make sure to restore it and loot some. My first 2 keys were here. And then I got chased down by the skin stealer. Make sure to close the doors behind you, it can open them. Then the last 2 keys were here. When you'll collect all of them, head to the room in the center of the floor, put in all of the keys, turn them, and the wall door will open, which will lead to the 3rd floor. To reach the 4th floor, you'll have to find another elevator. This floor is extremely dark, which makes it really difficult to orientate yourself and also to avoid the skin stealer. There's 3 different subfloors, and the elevator can spawn on any of them. If you'll find a door that is locked, that means that the elevator should have spawned here, but it's on a different floor. Start off with the 1st floor. If you won't find it, check the 2nd floor, and if it won't be there as well, it has to be on the 3rd floor. Once you'll find it, get in, and it will take you to the 4th floor. Here's a gate that you'll have to open. To open it, head through the exit door. Every time you go out of a level using this exit, it will take you to the hub and unlock this door from the other side as well. If you won't open it from the level side, you won't be able to open it from the hub, even if you were there. So if you would want to reach any of the levels from the hub, don't forget about the exit doors. On the other side of the hub is another exit door, which takes you to the major explorers group base. To open the sliding door, you have to pass the security check. This is done by matching the text on the right side 3 times with the text on the left side. The text can be in any of the 3 columns. Once you match it all, the door will slide open. The lights are off though, so to turn them on, use the power management unit on the right side. There's a bunch of computers here and an elevator, which is locked for now. Go to the furthermost table on the left, there's going to be a notepad with a bunch of passwords. The last one is the correct one. Then go to the computer, type it in, and this should unlock it. Here you'll see a bunch of encrypted files, 2 folders, and the gate.exe file. The folders contain additional information about every level, and the encrypted files are levels you haven't been to yet. Lastly, the gate.exe powers up the gate back at the level 1. So after running it, come back and you should now be able to open it. This unlocks the last section of this level. The lights flicker here, and when they turn off, a bunch of smilers spawn in. So to avoid them, wait for the lights to turn on and run quickly to one of the small rooms. You can also try jumping while running, and if done well, you'll manage to get further using less stamina. The small rooms are safe as the lights stay on permanently. To finally escape from the level 1, you have to look for the exit in these rooms behind the blue doors. There's a chance that there's either going to be an office drawer or the exit to the next level. My exit was here, so off we go. Level 2, the Pipe Dreams, begins with the word station written on a wall and an arrow pointing left. Don't turn right, you'll just encounter smilers. While going left, you'll eventually stumble upon flashlights. If you don't have one by now, take it. In this section, the pipes will burst, so make sure to duck and then run straight away as the smilers will start chasing you. Keep running until you'll notice a sharp left turn. This leads to the electrical station. After arriving at the electrical station, keep heading straight until you'll find your next goal. There's a locked gate, and next to it is a box with 9 different lights. There will be 3 sections, each with 3 fuse boxes. To open the locked gate, you'll have to switch them all on. Eventually, you should hear a door open. Going through it will lead you to the east substation. Here, you'll find another note, which explains the next entity, the Hound. The Hounds are only in the west substation and the generator zone, so you don't have to worry about them being here. In this storage room, you'll find a bunch of consumables, and there is a chance there will be a new one, the energy bar. It restores sanity by 25% and gives a temporary stamina boost. Now to the fuse boxes. They always spawn randomly, so my locations might be different than yours. First one was here, and all you'll have to do is just flip all the switches on. The second one was here, and the third one was here. The locked gate next to the node will now be open, and you'll be able to go to the west substation. The first area will always be safe, and you can loot up on some consumables on this shelf here. Going further, I found the next fuse box. When you'll get to this hallway, run quickly through the door on the left and lock it behind you, as there is a chance a hound could spawn like it did for me. The second fuse box was here, and the last one was locked here with a hound. If you'll have the fuse box here as well, just make sure to blind the hound with your flashlight until it goes away, and then quickly flip the switches on. Afterwards, run quickly from the room, and if it would be blocking the way, repeat the same process of blinding it. With 6 out of 9 fuse boxes on, there's only one zone left, the generator. It's located at the far end of the large area here. It's swarming with hounds, so once again, make sure to blind them before running away or turning the fuse boxes on. There's also a bunch of electric paddles, and if you step on them, they'll instantly kill you, so watch out for them. The fuse boxes here will be more complex than just flipping a few switches. You'll either have to connect matching wires and switches, which is actually very easy, or you'll have to form a hexagonal electrical connection with color matching connectors, which is a bit more difficult. I had the second fuse box here, and I found the last one through this passage in the furthest room here. There's a ton of possible fuse box spawns in the generator zone, so make sure to explore it systematically so you won't accidentally miss any. Once you find all 3 of them, you can finally come back to the main gate and proceed to the next level, the abandoned office. After arriving at the first room, you can loot up on consumables in the rooms to the right. It's going to be random, but there's a chance you might encounter a new consumable, the juice. It restores your sanity by 25% and gives a stamina temporary boost just like the energy bar. You can also head straight this way to find the exit door to the hub. To continue further, head right this way, and here you'll encounter the next entity, the Strangler. To avoid it, don't approach any windows where it's present. If you'll turn left, you'll arrive at the vending machine room. To open the locked door, you'll have to count every object in the room and select the corresponding number on every vending machine. I had 3 water coolers, 5 stacks of books, 5 chairs, and 1 table. If you'll solve this puzzle correctly, the door will open. You can loot up on some stuff here. Then, go to the 2 furthest rooms at the end of the area. Going through one of these 2 doors and heading straight should lead you to the next section, the cameras. There's going to be a red button that resets all cameras, which is useful if you get caught. There's no entities in this section besides the cameras, so you don't have to worry about encountering anyone. To avoid the first camera, go through this room here, then peek around the corner and wait for the camera to turn the other way. Then, you can run to the next camera. Here, go straight through this door and then continue forward. Go through this door, and then watch out for the 3rd and 4th cameras. One of them is here, and the second one is here. You'll have to make sure to avoid them both. I managed to sneak under the last one like this. Then I ran to the other side, waited for the camera to look away, and finally made it through the last door. You can most likely do this all in one go, by sneaking under it, and then running straight to the door on the left. If you manage to get past all of them without getting spotted, the exit door will be open. Otherwise, you'll see this, the exit door will be closed, and you'll have to run all the way back to reset the cameras. Under the monitors will be a bunch of crowbars, which are used for breaking vents. You can test it straight away on this vent, which will lead to this room. and if you'll go through the next vent, you will arrive back at the large office, so don't go there. Up next, level 5, the Terror Hotel. The first section is the main hall. To open the locked doors, you'll have to solve the paintings puzzle. But first, there's another new item, the bug spray. Make sure to take one with you. It will be useful very soon. There's 4 different paintings with one button under each one of them. Press them in ascending order, from the youngest to the eldest. This will open the door, which will lead to the next doors with 3 different locks. To get the keys, you'll have to use this dumbwaiter, and as the note suggests, you'll have to feed them moth jelly. You can obtain the moth jelly by spraying male death moths with the bug spray. They are one of the only passive entities in the game. There is an option to eat the moth jelly as well, which will grant you 35% sanity and as usual a temporary stamina boost. But if you want to get out of this level ASAP, don't eat it and take it straight back to the dumbwaiter. Wait for a short while and then you'll get the first key. The male death moth spawns are random, so my locations most likely won't be the same for you. But don't worry, as there are no dangerous entities here. The second one was here down this hallway, then left, upstairs in this room. And the last one was at the end of the main hall, over here. Using all of the keys will allow you to go to the elevator, which will take you to the actual Terror Hotel. The goal here is to collect all of the letters and put them into every mailbox that is open. It's always going to be 7 letters, but the open mailboxes will be random. You can deduce the rooms you'll have to go to by checking the room number on the open mailboxes. It's not going to be easy though. You'll most likely encounter 2 different entities here, the Skin Stealer and the Hound. The Hound is on the right side of the hotel and the Skin Stealer is on the left side. Watch out for both of them. The Hound is quite easy to avoid. You can just blind it as usual. But the Skin Stealer can easily catch you off guard, as you can see here. The letters are always on the nightstand here. After collecting all of them, the notes will form look up, and there's going to be a code above you. Put it into the number lock on the door here, and you'll escape the Terror Hotel. There's not much advice I can give you here, as the rooms are always random, and the Skin Stealer roaming around can be a bit luck based. So if you would want to skip this whole section, there's actually just 3 different codes that rotate randomly. You can just go ahead and force your way to the next area if you would want. Now the boiler room. This one is a bit tough to explain, as it's just a huge maze filled with female death mats. Definitely carry a thermometer and always watch for the temperature. Whenever it would spike up, make sure to crouch. Also, don't shine your flashlight on any of the death mats. They'll attack you. If they would ever chase you, look for a red valve and turn it on. There's a bunch of bug spray in it and they'll let you be. I'll let this wall section play out, as I think that's the best way to show how to find the exit. The exit will lead you to the pipe dreams again, but this time, instead of the station writing, there's going to be found written there. Repeat the same process as before. Get the flashlight, avoid the pipe burst, and run to avoid the smilers. The only difference here is to turn right instead of left. The ladder leads to the level fun. Here you'll have tables with random consumables on them. Then heading straight, you'll be met with 2 tables. The game teaches you straight away the next mechanic, hiding under the tables. This is going to be important, as you'll have to avoid the next entity, the partygoers. In this section, there's always going to be one partygoer facing you, either by walking up to it or by popping the balloons. If you'll do it successfully, it will turn around, allowing you to sneak further. If you'll ever encounter this consumable, the liquid pain, don't drink it, otherwise this will happen. Going further, you'll have to sneak through this section and keep heading left here. Make sure to have some stamina boosting consumable, such as the juice or the energy bar, and after sneaking up to this point, you'll have to run quickly to the nearest table this way. Turn right here and hide under the table. Afterwards, sneak past the last partygoer here and you should be safe. Go through one of the doors, head through this pool-like hall, and you'll arrive at the 4 slides. Pick whichever you like. It has no impact on the outcome. This is the level 37, otherwise known as the Poolrooms. Here the sanity actually restores itself fully. When you'll get to this huge square room maze, head right. Eventually, you should find yourself in this intersection. Here, turn right again. In this large area, keep heading straight and a bit left, until you'll find this room with the pillar. Now just proceed further and you'll find the exit to the next level. In this level, you will get chased by 6 partygoers and a smiler. And once again, the best way to show how to beat it is just letting it play out. The only advice I can give you is to remember which objects block your way. It's always the same pattern. Even though this level is called the end, don't be fooled, it's Backrooms. So as you expected, this is actually not the end. The goal here is to find all of the tapes scattered around the level, while avoiding the local entity, the Scratcher. The number of tapes will depend on the amount of players in the lobby. If you're playing alone, it should be 24. You can always check the remaining amount of tapes on the computer in the center of the room. If the Scratcher would ever get close to you, hide under the table. And if you would want to distract it, use the fire alarm. It will draw it close. Make sure to hurry up though, as if it takes you longer than 90 seconds, the lights will go out, and you'll have to wander around using a flashlight. Once you'll collect all of them, go to the computer, turn it on, and the locked door should open. Go through it, find this ladder, climb it, and progress further. Level 94, these suburbs, are pretty straightforward. The goal here is to reach the animated kingdom, otherwise known as the floating castle. Once you arrive here, the first day is going to be 3 minutes long. You should go ahead and try to get as far as possible. You'll encounter these trucks, and if you'll get into them, they'll take you for a ride, allowing you to progress faster than by foot. Don't forget to pick up some almond water, if you don't have any, as the sanity drains here quickly. The trucks will take a while to start up though, so make sure to be patient. Eventually when they'll stop, they won't be usable again, so you'll have to once again progress by running. Around the 3-minute mark, it's going to get dark, and at that moment you have to get into a house ASAP. There's no locks on the doors, and I use the wardrobe to hide throughout the night. The night stretches out a bit, so don't be stressed if it takes a while for it to end. You can also hide in the trucks throughout the night, as the doors in the back close, protecting you from the animations. But I'm not certain whether this works every time. Once the night ends, repeat the same process until you reach this rope, which will take you to the animated kingdom. Here you'll have to solve a puzzle. There's going to be 4 different cubes with shapes on them. You'll have to push them to their own corresponding place, which will be drawn on the ground. If done correctly, the door will slide open and you will be able to proceed further to the animated king. After a short while, the animated king will disappear and the lights will turn off. You'll have to survive for 100 seconds. Even though this section seems extremely difficult, there's a way to get through it easily. If you'll camp in this section here, he won't be able to reach you. He'll always spawn in front of you, and before reaching you, he'll disappear. There were a few close calls though, so this might be a matter of positioning and maybe even a bit of luck. After 100 seconds, you'll hear 2 honks, signaling that the roller coaster is ready. Hop on and you'll progress further. Level 6, lights out. As the name suggests, flashlight here will be extremely important, at least for the first section. Loot on some items, restore your sanity if it's low, and proceed through the main door here. First, turn right. Eventually, you'll hear this sound when encountering the next entity, the wretch. I have no clue where he was, but that's the only explanation for the sound. The wretch is blind, so to avoid him, all you have to do is crouch. He won't be able to notice you. When reaching the the first intersection, head left. Then keep going straight until you reach the next intersection. Here, go left again. To be honest, I got completely lost here, as it's extremely easy to make a bad turn. If it's going to happen to you, just backtrack and start over from the beginning. To sum it up, the easiest way to get through this section is going right, then left again, and then once again left. Eventually, you should stumble upon a table with LiDAR scanners. From this point on, you'll have to use them, as the flashlights don't work here. Choose whichever you like. Don't forget about sanity and continue further. If you want to be completely safe from the wretch, don't forget about crouching. This way, you'll be able to go slowly, use the LiDAR scanner to scan the whole rooms, and orientate yourself easily. In the first intersection, head left. Then keep going on this path without making any turns, until you encounter a sharp turn left. Here you'll have to turn right, and there's going to be a bunch of doorways. Don't go through any of them. Keep heading straight until you'll be at a dead end. Here, turn left. Keep going on this path until you'll be on another intersection with 3 directions. Go right. Stay on this path until you'll find the last doorway on your left side. Go through it, and then you should easily arrive at the end of the level. One more thing. Once the scanner doesn't show the wretch, you can stop crouching and run, but if you don't want to risk it, don't. Here's going to be a sliding door that requires a keycard, which you won't have right now, so don't worry about it. Go through the door and proceed to level 7. Thalassophobia begins in a flooded house. Exit it and hop on the boat. This is what happens when your sanity is low, so don't forget about it. While on the boat, keep heading straight. There's a house that you can stop by to get a flare gun, which will help you in the fog section, but without it, you should be able to see the lighthouse, and that's exactly where you have to go. Just keep heading straight, you don't have to loot any houses, and you should easily manage to get there. Once you'll arrive at the lighthouse, you'll have to leave the boat, loot some consumables if you need them, and head to the shark tank. Put on the diving helmet and get in. While descending down, you'll encounter the local entity, the thing. After reaching the bottom of the ocean, you'll have to find the cave entrance. To find it, just swim straight and a bit left. You should eventually notice a light source. Swim towards it. The entrance should be at the top of the rock structure. Just keep swimming down, and when you'll get to this section, you made it to the cave system. At the beginning of level 8, you'll find a table with a bunch of consumables. You'll definitely need a flashlight if you don't have one. This is also the first time you'll encounter walkie-talkies, but if you're playing alone, you won't need them. Afterwards, go to the lit up room. There's going to be a valve. Turn it on. This is going to close both of the sliding doors and spray the room with bug spray. As you guessed, you'll once again deal with some female death mass. So don't forget to crouch, and if they would chase you, try heading back to this room and turn the valve ASAP. After exiting the bug spray room, crouch right when you'll see these mushrooms. Here's the first death math. After getting out of sight, you can walk or even run for a bit, but watch out for the next one over here. Then you'll see a huge room with the same mushrooms. Turn left here. Afterwards, keep heading straight this way. Continuing down this path, you should eventually notice the next bug spray room, but don't run. There's 2 death mods here, so you aren't safe just yet. Sneak your way to the room, and that's the first area done. There's going to be a bunch of items here, so make sure to get some if you need some. Up next, you'll have to find a bridge. Now it's up to you how to reach it. You can definitely reach it by crouching, but I decided to drink the juice and just run. Keep heading straight until you reach these mushrooms. Turn left here. You might clip into the wall, just like I did. If it happens, crouch, and you should manage to get through. Keep going on this path, and you'll reach the bridge. When going across the bridge, either keep walking or crouching, otherwise the bridge will collapse. If you would want to use the secret path, just head right instead of going to the bridge. Loot up on items, spray yourself with some bug spray, and prepare for the last area. There's not going to be any death mats anymore, just skin stealers. If you're playing alone, this section should be pretty easy. When you'll notice any light coming from flashlights, it's the skin stealers. You can try running through this section, just like I did. Drink or eat a stamina boosting consumable and just keep running. Don't look back. I'll let this section play out. And here's the final bug spray room. Going through it will take you to this large area. The next level is on the other side, so you'll have to use this ladder over here. This will take you back to level 0. Go straight until you find this red room. Here, you should notice a red button on the wall. Press it. This will turn the lights off and reveal a code. Remember it. The code should always be 1 square, 2 circle, 3 arrow. After getting the code, head right to the Manila room. Here's going to be a locker, and to unlock it, punch in the code. After unlocking it, get the chainsaw and use it to break out of the room. After proceeding further, you should no-clip. This is supposed to happen, so don't stress yourself. You'll spawn in level 011. The first section is a maze. There's no entities here, and you'll just have to follow the arrows. When you'll make it through the maze, you'll find a table with a chainsaw. Take it, and as the note suggests, you'll have to flip all 4 levers to unlock the gate. But it's not going to be that easy, as this is the habitat of the bacteria. If you'll encounter it, run ASAP to the nearest vent. It should eventually let you be. The lever spawns are randomized, so they might not be located in the same places as mine. The levers also reset after a while, so once you'll flip one, make sure to hurry, so it won't reset and you won't have to backtrack. My first lever was here, the second one over here, the third one here, and the last one was right next to the exit gate. Flipping all of them will allow you to get to the other side. The last section will require you to remember the windows pattern. It should always be the same. Pressing the correct sequence will open the elevator and allow you to get to the other side of the cave system. Then go left, and this will take you to the darkened suburbs. Level 9 is the hardest so far. After spawning in, head to the center of the map by going right and then straight. Here you'll find a bench with a bunch of items and a terminal. Your goal is to restore all of the interrupted connections in the flashing houses. The chosen houses are always going to be random, but here's the catch. There's a 3 in 8 chance you might get a house without a bridge, which is the optimal scenario, but unlikely. Odds are you might be as unlucky as I was and get all 3 houses with bridges in them. And that's not all. You'll also have to avoid the neighborhood watch, which will always be roaming around the streets. To avoid it, just simply never go near it, and whenever you'll notice it, keep a proper distance. Now when it comes to the houses, this is going to be a bit tricky. My first house was here. You can use the windows to your advantage and check whether there's a bridge in there. If he's there, you'll have to wait or bait it out to walk away. He's not capable of leaving the house, so if he's blocking the door, there's no way to get in. That's why I decided to go to the second house instead. I went through the garage and baited the bridge out. Then I went through here and closed the door behind me to slow him down a bit. Don't forget he can open them. Then I ran upstairs and quickly locked the door. Once you lock the door, he won't be able to enter. Listen carefully and wait for him to walk away. As always, don't forget about his sanity. Once you're sure he's not around, get to the computer and start fixing the connection. Remember that he's still capable of attacking you. Once the connection is fixed, you're done with the house and you can move on. Now back to the first house. What worked for me was baiting him out like this, and then he went up the stairs by himself. This allowed me to sneak by and fix the connection. One more thing. Always make sure that you're in the correct house, as you can enter other houses as well. I managed to mistakenly consider this to be the last house, and I looked for the computer for a really long time, until I went through every single room to realize it was the wrong one. Anyway, my last house was this one. I sneaked upstairs and managed to lock both of the doors just at the last moment. With the last connection fixed, the gate will be open, and you will be able to enter the large house in the center. Inside it, look for this arrow, and go downstairs to get to the abandoned outpost. After going through both of the sliding doors, you'll get to the emergency room. Here, this video will play.
Knowing how to deal with emergencies can greatly reduce the risk of an accidental contamination event. Whenever you enter the laboratory, be sure to locate the emergency safety shower, as it may have been moved to a different area. In the event of an accidental contamination, instruct the affected person to stand in the middle of the emergency platform on top of the footprints. The platform should automatically close to ensure everyone's safety. Next, make sure the filtering unit contains 4 full bottles of concentrate. If some of the bottles are only partially filled or missing, place a new bottle in its spot. You'll know that the unit is ready when all 4 lights are green. Now you can push the emergency shower forward until it's locked in place and can't be moved anymore. At this point, you can rotate the handle on the shower to activate it. The platform should remain closed and will automatically open up when the process is complete. Manually opening the platform can cause harm to the affected person or others in the laboratory. Please make sure to clean the equipment and replace all the materials before leaving.
Additionally, with this note, we now know what's the next goal. So to recap quickly, find 4 almond concentrates while avoiding the wretch, bring him here, and rescue the wanderer to get the administrator card. As always, the almond concentrate locations are going to be random, but I'll show you mine anyway. First one was in the room in the center. The second one was in this room over here. The third one was all the way through this vent at the furthermost room here. If the wretch would notice you, make sure to run quickly to the nearest locker and hide in it. He can't open it. The last one was here. With all of them collected, you'll now have to bring the wretch to the emergency room. Just wait for him to walk near the entrance and run quickly backwards. If done correctly, it will trap him like this. Next, go to the emergency shower and push it to the cage. Turn it on, and this should save the wanderer. After successfully saving him, you can take the keycard and proceed further. By the way, this keycard will also unlock certain locations later on. Back at the darkened suburbs, you'll be able to use the keycard to unlock the main gate and finally escape this level. You'll find yourself on a long road in a wheat field. Make sure to not forget about this haystack. There's a bunch of consumables that will help you survive. The goal here is to get to the barn. Keep heading straight on the road, but make sure to keep turning around. There's going to be a bunch of faceling stalkers trying to catch you off guard. Whenever you'll spot one, just keep looking at it until it will go away. Repeat this process up until the barn. Get some consumables if you need them, and don't forget about sanity. The next goal is to go through this wheat field and turn on all of the windmills. Keep on following the red lights. When you'll get to the first one, turn it on, and if done correctly, it's going to be green now, and the next windmill will be visible. Watch out for this farmer faceling. It's always going to spawn here, and what worked for me was running back to the field and making my way back. Then I just proceeded further. From this point on, I haven't encountered it anymore, but make sure to not stop anywhere for way too long, otherwise it might catch up. From now on, the process is going to be the same for the next 4 windmills. Try to always go in the direction of the red light and follow the fences. You shouldn't get lost. When you reach the final windmill, you'll be right next to the arcade's parking lot. Go through it and enter the arcade. Level 3999 is very short and doesn't have any entities. Keep heading straight until you get to this large room. Here you'll see an arrow pointing towards the elevator, but to progress further, you'll have to find the code. The code is on the collectible ticket on this table, in the corner of the room. You can either read it directly on the table, or take the ticket with you and equip it. It will always be the same. While descending, the TV is going to explain the next level.
Hello, and welcome to the MEG civilization. Our goal with this project is to create a safe and habitable living space for everyone. With private one-bedroom studios and advanced safety devices, you are sure to stay safe within the walls of this civilization. However, due to the nature of our environment, there are a few safety tips you should always follow to prevent unwanted dangers. The first tip is to always stay aware of no clipping, which is when someone may fall through a floor into a different, often more dangerous level. We've taken the time to mark these areas with yellow tape. Sometimes authorized personnel may need to no-clip to other levels in order to fix power outages. When doing so, be sure to always carry a flashlight and pay attention to the traffic lights posted near each area. The red and yellow lights indicate that there's danger nearby and you should wait before entering. The green light indicates that there's currently no danger nearby, but you should always be alert as you will be outside of our civilization. If you're interested in pre-ordering a space in the MEG civilization, please contact your nearest outpost.
Just like at the abandoned outpost, we know a bit more about this level now. After arriving here, you'll be able to get some items on these 3 boxes. Then you'll have this map, which will show you the layout of the next section. There's 5 different breaker boxes. You'll have to turn them all on in order to progress further. As the note suggests, all of the doors are locked from below, so you'll have to no-clip and open the doors there first. Once all of them will be on, you'll be able to flip this lever and get to the other side. Find a no-clipping zone, check the traffic light, and if it's green, jump down. This area is extremely dangerous. There's a bunch of smilers and a skin stealer roaming around. You'll have to avoid them all while looking for the doors. After finding a door, all you have to do is just open it. That's it. If you would want to return back, find another no-clipping zone and jump down. This way, you'll be able to check whether the door's unlocked and turn the breaker box on. To turn it on, click the left mouse button when the arrow is in the green zone. There's really not much advice I can give you. You'll have to repeat this process 4 times, and to be honest, it's pretty tedious. Always check the traffic lights and try to remember the layout below you. It's different from the one above you, so you can't really locate the doors this way. By the way, the traffic lights won't always be completely accurate, as you can see here. I'll show you rest of the locations anyway, as it might help you out. The 3rd door was here, and the 4th one over here. The last one was here. And even though the smiler got me, the door unlocked anyway. With all of the breaker boxes on, you'll now be able to flip the lever and avoid the bone thief guarding the passage. Get in the elevator and descend to the snack rooms. After arriving here, you'll be greeted with this note. Remember it. As the name suggests, you'll be able to loot on any consumables you would want. To progress further, you'll have to press the same keys from the note in this typewriter. If done correctly, the doors to the next level will be open. At the beginning of this level, head straight and turn left. Stepping on this pressure plate will unlock the gate on the other side. Head this way, and when you'll find this lever, flip it. This will let the clump free. I'll let the rest of the level play. This blue room serves as a checkpoint, so don't worry about failing this section, it's a bit difficult. Successfully beating the hotel chase leads to level 188. In the lobby, you'll see your next goal. There's 3 arrows on the ground, pointing towards 3 different letters. All of them stand for TVs that you'll have to bring from the 3rd floor. To get there, keep going straight and then enter this elevator. Press the button up and head there. The arrow on the ground points towards the elevator next to you, which is strictly for moving the TVs, as there's an electric paddle in it. You'll have to explore this floor and its hotel rooms to find them. Getting them is not going to be easy though. There's 2 entities in this level, the Arania Membri and the Window Strangler. The Strangler is extremely easy to avoid, just don't approach any windows. But the Arania Membri is way more dangerous. It will constantly roam the floor from one side to the other, so to avoid it, use the hotel rooms as it cannot enter them. It's extremely fast and there's no way to outrun it, so make sure to always know where it is. The TV's locations are going to be random, but they'll always be either in a room, a bathroom, or the furthest section of the floor. You'll have to push it all the way back to the elevator, and because it's heavy, it makes you extremely slow and vulnerable. If you'll find one, make sure to locate the Arania and wait for it to go the opposite way from you. Listen closely, and if you would hear any form of steps, quickly run towards the nearest room to hide. Sometimes it can glitch out and keep walking back and forth, never really leaving your location. So if that happens, make it chase you. This should reset its roaming. Now to the TV locations. My first one was on the right side, over here, which made it extremely easy. I was quite lucky here. I took it to the elevator and went back to the lobby. Once I arrived, the TV was already out of the elevator and I pushed it on the correlated letter. Unfortunately enough, both of them were here, at the furthest room. One of them was standing right here and the other one was in this room. This made it extremely difficult to get it to the elevator, and if you'll get these spawns, you are really unlucky. I don't know if it's intentional, but these rooms aren't safe. The Arania can still get you, so don't hide in them. To get the TVs from here, I always waited for the Arania to turn the corner and then push them as far as possible. If I heard it running towards me, I hid quickly in the nearest room. If you're going to be as unlucky as I was, make sure to go slowly and always take breaks whenever you'll have a feeling that it might be roaming back towards you. It's way better to go slowly than to rush it and get caught near the elevator, as the TV locations reset on death. I repeated this process twice, and after delivering both of the TVs, the door in the lobby opened. Head this way and you'll encounter the Arania one last time. Jumping down will take you to the expanded pool rooms. After spawning in, crouch and head this way. Continue going straight until you'll find this boat. Hop on. The water here is contaminated with the hydrolytis plague, so make sure to not swim in it. Take the boat here and climb the ladders. Then turn all of these 6 valves on. By the way, just like with the previous pool rooms level, the sanity is restored here and there's no entities. Turning all of the valves will cause the water level to rise and allow you to continue. Keep heading straight and turn left. After going down this huge slide, you'll arrive at the next area, where the water level is going to be too low once again. This time, it's not going to be that easy though. Climb these 3 ladders and then head over here. There's going to be 3 different ladders you can use to climb down. Choose whichever you like. They'll take you to the dark pool rooms. Here, you'll have to fill the water tank by turning 4 valves while avoiding the local clump. This should be fairly easy, as the valve spawns are always the same and the clump can catch you in the water. The first valve is this way. Swim through this maze and you'll arrive here. Here it is. Always make sure the clump isn't around, as it can still get you while you are turning the valve on. The second valve is over here. But as you can see, I also encountered the clump. Running back and jumping in the water will save you. It's gonna go away. Once it went away, I managed to turn it on. The next one is down this way, right here. And the last one is over here. After turning all of them on, the water level will rise, and you'll be able to continue back at the expanded pool rooms. Hop on the boat and progress further. Here, you'll have to climb this ladder and turn all of these valves. Then, go across the bridge, and don't forget to either crouch or walk, otherwise the bridge will collapse, just like in the cave system. Turning all of the valves on the other side as well will cause the water level to rise once again. This will allow you to take the boat further. You'll arrive at this dead end. Climb the ladder on the left, and then climb the ladder on your right side. Going straight here will take you to this hall. Continue further, and climb down the ladder. This is going to take you to the next dark pool rooms. The process here is the same. There's going to be 3 valves you'll have to turn and a clump to avoid. There's also going to be this pool with the hydrolytis plague. Make sure to not fall in. The first valve is over here. After turning it, head straight and then right down this hallway. The second one is going to be here. And the last one is here. Just backtrack from the second valve and you'll be able to get it. If you'll encounter the clump, use the pool in the middle to avoid it. It won't be able to reach you. After turning all 3 of them, return back to the boat. The level layout will be a bit different and you'll be able to progress further. Head straight until you'll find this ladder. Climb it and then turn right. Climb the slope all the way to the top and then jump down here. Go straight and you'll find the last dark Poolrooms entrance. This one is going to be the hardest. There's going to be 7 different valves to turn and the level is the largest so far. But the process is once again completely the same. After spawning in, go left and then down this hallway. Here's the first valve. The second one is over here. Then head straight and you'll find the third one. You'll find the fourth one in this large room. Going right. Then up here. The fifth one is over here, once again, next to this large room. You'll find the last 2 going right from the spawn area. The 6th is here by your left side. Then go through this hallway to this huge room. Then go down this path, and the last valve will be here. Now with all of them turned on, you'll finally be able to exit the dark pool rooms. Head back to where your boat was. It's not going to be there, but it's okay, as you won't need it anymore. Head straight and then go left. You'll get to this huge water slide room. Climb it, and as always, choose whichever you like. The slide will take you to the level Fun Plus. Exiting the ball pit leads to the party room. There's a bunch of consumables on the tables, so if you'll need any, take them. Your objective here is to collect all of the 4 keys to unlock the main gate. The keys are in 4 different sectors. Let's start off with the pink hallway that leads to the playhouse sector. Keep heading straight and don't worry about any entities, as there's none. Once you'll get to this main room, you'll notice a TV. To turn it on, you'll need to find a tape. Head down the blue doorway. There's going to be 3 different rooms. The tape is in one of them. It's always random. Mine was here. After inserting the tape, the TV will show you a color. You'll have to pop a balloon with the same color. The sequence is always the same. Green, then green and yellow, green, yellow and blue, green, yellow, blue and red, and lastly, green, yellow, blue, red and pink. If done correctly, the door will open. And that's the first key. Next up, dark blue hallway, which is the funhouse sector. This is going to be way more difficult. You'll have to deal with the new entity, the party host. To get past it, take a firecracker and throw it at it. The party host's eye will shut and you'll be able to progress further through this blue door. Don't forget to get as many firecrackers as you can, as they are only one use. The next party host is over here, and this time it's going to be way more difficult. Not only do you have to blind it, but you also have to avoid the party goers. They are going to chase you randomly, and also whenever the party host spots you. I managed to blind the party host this way, but as you can see, you still have to be careful, because the party goers can still chase you down. Head straight, restock on the firecrackers, and enter the next room. First, run quickly to the next table, so that you can be sure you are safe. The next party host is here. After blinding it, head through this door and hide under the table. Even though there's no party goers room here, if the party host will spot you, they'll come from the main room. Blind this one as well, and go back to the main room. Then go to the other side and blind the next one, while using this table as a hiding spot. Now with all of the party hosts blinded here, you can go through this main door. The next party host is over here, and if it will spot you, the party goers will come from the door below it, so watch out. What worked for me was baiting the party goers out and then blinding it this way. Then I waited for the party goers to chase me once again, and then I headed up the slope. The last party host is on the ceiling. The party goers are once again extremely close to you, so make sure to be careful. After blinding the last one, you'll finally be able to get the next key. It's over here. You can now safely go back to the party room. Now the red hallway, which leads to the arcade sector. As the note explains, to open the locked door, you'll have to match the symbols with the correspondingly colored glow sticks. Green balloons, red gift, yellow eye, and a blue rainbow. You can find the glow sticks in the neon lit golf area. Take one of each, and then take one extra to be able to see, as the flashlights don't work there. Walk upstairs and head left. While looking for the 4 symbols, watch out for the local party goer. There's always going to be one roaming around. You can notice it by its balloon. The blue rainbow is in this room over here. The green balloons are at the furthest point of the area, right here. The yellow eye is on this wall here, and the last one, the red gift, right here, near the entrance. Now with the door unlocked, you can get the 3rd key and return back to the party room. Lastly, the light blue hallway, otherwise known as the party sector. Definitely take a few energy bars or juices for this one. Here, the key is hidden in one of the balloons, and for it to not be too easy, there's a bunch of party girls roaming around. The balloon with the key is always random, so I can't really give you much advice here. There's also one thing that could happen. Normally, the key should drop like this, but if you won't find it in any of the balloons, odds are, it just didn't spawn properly. You can just go back to the party room. You should have it nevertheless. With all of the keys collected, head to this key machine and put all of them into the correspondingly colored keyhole. Doing this correctly will unlock the main gate. Head through it. Level 52 is extremely easy. This note explains it completely. Go through this main door and then head to the party pooper over here. He's going to signal to follow him. Do that. While following him, replicate everything he does. Whenever he crouches, do so as well. He's going to lead you all the way to the exit. Heading upstairs will take you to the level 55.1. Upon arrival, don't forget to restore your sanity and definitely take take a flashlight if you don't have one. Head to the elevator and the 6 monitors. As the note suggests, your next goal is going to be taking photos of all kinds of things. So get a camera, enter the elevator, and descend by 1 floor. The first photo will depend on the amount of players in the lobby, but if you're alone, it's going to be the writing on the wall. It's right over here. By the way, there's no entities on this floor. Next up, construction area, which is right here. You can get here by going left from the writing on the wall. The next photo is a van, which is on the 2nd floor, so descend there. This floor isn't safe anymore. There's a bacteria roaming around, so watch out for it. The van is over here. Head left from the elevator. The next photo is going to be tricky. What worked for me was walking around the elevator until the bacteria chased me, and as soon as I heard it, I instantly made a photo of it. Hopefully this will work for you as well. Now to the last floor. There's a bunch of smilers and a skin stealer roaming around. You don't have to use the flashlight to make the smilers go away. The camera is enough, but you won't see much really. The Moai statues are once again by the left side from the elevator bridge. They're located quite far though. And lastly, a photo of the skin stealer. This might take a while, so to have an edge, stay in the elevator and wait for it to chase you down, similar to the bacteria strategy. This is what worked for me. After getting all of the photos, the iron gate in the ceiling will be open. Take the elevator up. Walking through this door will unlock the first ending, the wrong door ending. You'll wake up in the bunker, which serves as a safe hideout. Go through the brown door and scan your keycard pressing C to open the sliding door. Don't forget to get a flashlight, it's on the table by your right side. Going straight leads to an elevator. You can use it to go to the hub or level 3999. For now, don't use it. Then there's 2 pin boards. This one shows the levels you can access from the hub, and the other one shows all of the levels. As you can see, we are missing some, so let's get to it. In the main room, you'll notice this sliding door. Scan your keycard and go through it. This will take you to Overgrowth. After arrival, head right and get some consumables if you need any. Then flip this lever. This will open the 3 locked gates. Up next, you'll have to disarm the 4 death slides. To do so, you'll have to find 4 last wanderers behind the locked gates. It won't be that easy though. There's a bunch of bacteria roaming around. Always make sure to be ready to run or hide in these spots. The first wanderer is over here. You can get here by going through the left entrance. Choose whichever slide you want and send him down. Unfortunately though, he won't survive it, but that's the only way to progress further. You can get to the second wanderer through the right entrance. Keep heading right until you'll find the staircase. Head up and you'll find him here. Backtrack the same way and send him down a slide as well. You can also escape the bacteria by running through the entrance. To get to the third wanderer, use the right entrance again, but turn left and then head straight until you'll find the writing "Stay alive." Here, turn left. The wanderer will be here. If this would ever happen to you, just walk out a bit to make it chase you. It should eventually walk away. Send him once again down a slide. For the last one, I'll show you the whole process, as I was chased by 3 different bacteria, and explaining it differently would make it confusing. Once you'll find him, get safely back and send him down one last time. This will make the slides safe. Choose whichever you like and they'll take you to the grass rooms. Head down the stairs and go right. Remember, throughout the wall level you can't stand still on the grass. That's the only hazard here. Go this way and jump down. Flipping these 2 levels will allow you to progress further. Climb the stairs and get on the moving bridge. It should automatically take you to the other side. Once you'll get here, flip the lever. This will open the metal door where you'll find a knife. Take it. Flip these 2 levers again and get back to the rope. You can now use the knife to cut it and get across. Here, you'll have to climb the stairs and cut the rope to get through the glass window. Jumping down will take you to the next area. To open the metal door, you'll have to find 4 different buttons. 3 of these buttons are by your right side. Don't forget about the vines. They are still here as well. The last 4th one is on the left side here. Now with the door open, you can get to this large area. Cutting this rope will allow you to progress to the last section. Here you'll have to press 4 buttons once again, and this time there's going to be a maze. Just follow the way I went. Head upstairs and press all 4 of them. Go through the door and enter the elevator to get the empty city ending.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Up next, the Suburbs Ending. Make sure to bring a flashlight with you. Use the elevator in the bunker and press the H button. This will take you to the hub. Exit it and enter the first level. Wait for the lights to flicker and then run quickly up the ramp. Go straight until you'll find this sliding door. Use the keycard and go through it. This will take you to the infinite staircase level. While climbing it, keep checking the floor number. When you'll notice the number 94, jump down and you'll get the Suburbs Ending. The pink house ending is the most difficult part of the game, at least for me. Take a flashlight, head to the hub once again, and enter the level 94. If you're checking only this part of the walkthrough, make sure to check the previous chapters for advice on how to get through these levels. Get to the animated castle, and survive the animated king section. Then take the roller coaster to the next level. You should spawn at the LiDAR section. Get to the other side, and instead of going to the next level, use the keycard to open the sliding door. Here, you'll have a bunch of items. If you need any, take them. Definitely restore your sanity. To get to the pink house, you'll have to go through this section using the LiDAR scanner. There shouldn't be a bridge here, so you don't have to crouch. Keep heading down the main path and don't make any turns until you get to the zigzag pattern. Here, you'll find a doorway by your right side. Sorry for the confusing footage. I got lost and I was backtracking. Once you'll go through this doorway, keep going straight and you'll get to the pink house. Now this is the most difficult part. After spawning in, head over here to get a flashlight if you don't have one. After a short while, the local entity will spawn, the kitty. Kitty will basically always follow you and never let you be. The only way to survive and keep it away is to keep looking at it. The goal here is to find all of the 12 teddy bears and bring them over here. There's also one more advice I can give. Make sure to always bring the teddies over to the main room. This way, if it catches you, you won't lose any progress. If it catches you with some teddies, they'll spawn on one of the previous locations. Now, I'm not sure whether these spawns are random or not, but just in case they aren't, here is all the teddy bear locations. The first one is at the end of the hallway on the right side over here. The second, third, and fourth are by the left side from the main room here. The fifth and sixth are here, in the small room in the center. The seventh and eighth are behind these two doors, right next to the previous room. The ninth and 10th teddies are in the kitchen next to the hallway, by right side from the main room. The rest of them are on the second floor. After heading up, go left, and here's the next one on the table. Then backtrack, go straight instead, and then left to this conference room. The last teddy bear will be here. After bringing them all here, a pink spotlight should appear. Stand on it, and you'll get the pink house ending. Now with all of the endings done, we can finally go to the level 3999. After arriving here, you can check all of the endings on the arcades here. To escape the backrooms, walk up to the final arcade and interact with it.
Hello? Excuse me? Sir, we closed a while ago. I didn't even notice you when I was cleaning up. A cool costume, by the way. You must have, really gotten into that game, but we're not allowed to have you past 10. I'll unlock the doors for you so you can go home. I gotta get home too, you know. Sorry, I've just had a really long day.